Before there was lasers, before the landing of the mothership became legendary, and long before P-Funk ruled arenas with psychedelic powers, there was a voice so commanding, so soulful, so electrifying that it could lift an entire crowd to its feet with a single note. A voice that didn't just sing funk, it summoned it. Raised in New Jersey with gospel roots, this man possessed a vocal strength that echoed with both church-soaked conviction and cosmic swagger. When he joined Parliament-Funkadelic in the mid-70s, he became one of the most important and unforgettable voices in the entire P-Funk universe. Whether he was leading the band, delivering spine-shaking lines, or calling the mothership to land, this man carved his place in music history in just a few short years. But behind that monumental voice was a young man with discipline, creativity, quiet leadership, and a life cut tragedy short, just as his star was beginning to rise. This is the story of a legend whose vocals still echoes through funk, soul, rock, and beyond. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Glenn Goins. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel, where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. If you guys would love to connect with me outside of YouTube, then I am officially announcing that I am on Discord. Here, you can provide me with feedback on my recent uploads. You could drop your suggestions for future videos, or if you just want to chat it up about videos or about music in general, or just about anything, we could do it here. We could do it together. I hope to see you there. The link is in the description below. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Glenn Goins was born on January 2nd, 1954 in Plainfield, New Jersey, a city that would become a cradle of future P-Funk musicians and innovators. Growing up in a household surrounded by gospel and soul, Glenn's musical training began early. His voice carried the unmistakable resilience of church singing that consisted of rich, emotional, and steeped in spiritual power. Friends and classmates recall his natural charisma, being soft-spoken, disciplined, and deeply committed to his craft. But no matter where he sang, one thing was clear: Glenn's voice wasn't ordinary, it was extraordinary. Though best known in his teens, he joined local bands in New Jersey, blending rock, funk, and gospel. He quickly became known as a reliable leader, professional talent, and full of musical ideas. By his late teens, Glenn and his brother Kevin was regulars in Plainfield's rising funk scene, performing at clubs, community halls, and talent shows. This local network would quietly become the tested ground for future P-Funk legends. In the mid-70s, Parliament-Funkadelic was expanding at a speed and light. George Clinton was always searching for new energy and new voices, and he took notice of Glenn. His powerful voice and stage presence made him the perfect fit for the funk mob evolving sound. By 1975, Glenn officially joined Parliament-Funkadelic, marking the beginning of one of the most influential periods of his life. The chemistry was immediate. The band had found a singer who could handle both the grit of Funkadelic and the polish of Parliament. Glenn quickly became one of the most dominant voices in P-Funk studio recordings. His talent appeared on several major albums, like Mothership Connection. Glenn's blooming gospel-infused voice helped deliver the iconic funk anthem, Mothership Connection, Star Child.
You have overcome, for I am here.
His role as the choir leader of the mothership made him unforgettable. Another album where you can hear his voice was the clones of Dr. Frankenstein. Songs like Do That Stuff and Funkin' for Fun showcased Glenn's soulful punch and vocal chemistry with the group. Hardcore Jollies was a grittier project with Glenn's vocals cut through worn guitars and psychedelic textures. One Nation Under a Groove though recorded shortly before his departure, Glenn contributed background vocals and arrangements to what would become one of funk's most defining masterpieces. Glenn wasn't just a singer, he was a musical foundation. When he stepped up to the mic, the band locked in behind him. In concert, Glenn became a force of nature. During P-Funk's legendary live shows, he brought a revival-like energy. His calling of the mothership became a signature moment, electrifying arenas across the country. Citizens of the universe, put your hands together to greet the mothership. Those famous lines cemented Glenn's place in funk history. His voice summoned the spaceship. His presence ignited the crowd. Few singers in the collective could match his raw power. In 1977, a turn of troubles and financial disputes was beginning to shake the P-Funk empire. Many musicians felt the business side was becoming chaotic. Glenn's discipline and focus grew increasingly frustrated with the organization. He wanted stability, clarity, and independence. So by late 1977, Glenn made the difficult decision to leave Parliament-Funkadelic. For fans, it was a seismic shift. One of P-Funk's greatest voices stepping away. After departing P-Funk, Glenn teamed up with his brother Kevin to form a new group, Quasar. This self-titled album, released in 1978, reflected Glenn's musical vision with tight arrangements, heavy grooves, and soulful melodies. Glenn served as a producer, arranger, vocalist, and guitarist, and finally, he was in full creative control. Songs like Funk and Roll revealed the potential of the group. The group was poised to become a major force in the late 70s funk, but tragedy intervened. In 1978, Glenn fell seriously ill with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Despite treatments, the illness progressed rapidly. On July 29, 1978, at just the age of 24, Glenn passed away. The music world lost a rising star. P-Funk lost one of his brightest voices, and his family lost a beloved son and brother. His passing sent shockwaves through the Plainfield music community and across the entire P-Funk universe. Although Glenn's career was heartbreakingly short, his influence has never faded. Most artists continue to sample, study, and celebrate his vocals. Fans still point to his mothership performances as some of the greatest moments in funk history. He remains a symbol of power, presence, and pure vocal excellence. In the end, Glenn wasn't just a part of P-Funk's story. He was one of his pillars. A voice that could move galaxies, a soul rooted in gospel, a talent gone too far soon, but never forgotten. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Glenn Goins?